Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm Yasmin. I'm host in Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform where we can practice languages as English, Spanish, German, Italian, French. Today, this time is from Gabi Bonaldi, but she is without energy in her home. I will be replacing her. A little about me. I'm Yasmin, I'm 19, I live in São Paulo. I live with my parents, with my cat too. My free time, I like to read books, I like to watch series, and I think that's it. Katiana, could you present yourself?
Yes, hello guys, my name is Catiana. I'm 41 years old. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I am engineer. I work on this oil and gas sector with projects. I think I almost complete 3 years on Talk and Talk. I love running. I love swimming. I'm married. I have a daughter. My daughter is almost 8 years, and I think it's a little thing about me.
Thank you for sharing. Diogo, good morning.
Good morning.
Could you introduce yourself, please? We are just introducing ourselves now.
Sim, yes. My name is Diogo. I am 37 years old. I live in São Paulo. I am a software developer in na company Atlantic Solutions. And in my free time, I like go to the park, go to the church with my family. I have two children, and I live with my wife. That's it.
Thank you, Diogo. Ricardo, please present yourself.
Hello everyone, nice day. I'm Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, first city of Brazil. I'm married, I have a daughter, working on IT area, and yeah, I'm here again to try learn English. That's it.
Thank you, Ricardo. Please, and about you?
Morning, everyone. My name is Chris, and I'm software developer. In my free time, I like to watch movies and walk with my husband. And I like here in every meshes to practice my English. And I like participate technology events too. And that's it about me.
Thank you, Chris. Pedrito, please present yourself.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Pedrito Souza. I'm 36 years old. I live in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul. I'm married, and I have a daughter. She is 9 years old, and we have two cats too. Uh, I'm a DevOps engineer, working with IT as since over the last 17 years, I think. Yeah. And in my free time, I like to enjoy with my family, go outside, take a run, and that's it.
Very nice. Thank you, Pedrito. The last but not the least, Daniel.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm a software developer too. I'm 27 years old. I live in Hortolândia, São Paulo with my wife. I like to read books, in my free time, play soccer, play a video game, board game, RPG, and what me that's it. I'm here to improve my English, like you. That's it.
Thank you. So guys, is anyone here that prefer to open another room? Or we can keep on that. I asked before, but now we have more people here. So is anyone that prefer open a breakout room? Always okay. Okay, I think we can keep going in the main room. So, um, Daniel, how do space missions contribute to our understanding of the universe?
So I believe space missions contribute a lot to understand not only about our Earth, but whole universe, because that these missions can collect data. We can understand things like Earth, for example. The Earth has a form from a circle, uh, and trip to the moon can and other space missions can uh, maybe prove that there is life out of the Earth. I believe there is a life out of our planet. Uh, it's not possible still to prove that it's covered, but I believe that space mission has a great importance and play a role for us. That's it.
Yeah, nowadays there is some technologies like the devices that help to explore the space, but I think there aren't so many advances on that. So the space missions with really astronauts on there is more easy to discover new things, like you said. Pedrito, and about you, how do space missions contribute to our understanding of the universe?
I think contribute to understand how our body handle it without the air, the atmosphere, and our fluids, all fluids of our body. I think uh, work differently out of gravity. Yeah, and these is since the first ones, I think all missions they try other things, try animals, try plants, try vegetables, everything to understand how can affect it out of Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, this that you say is very interesting because even with plants, animals, devices, sometimes the human being needs to know how will be the gravity for us, the air. So even with a lot of technology, we must to go there to prove with our own body, our behavior, how is the life in another planet. So spatial missions with humans are very important to, I think, to complement the missions that send animals, plants, or devices too. So it's important to know how this planet will be to our body.
Yeah.
Tatiana, and for you.
For me, I think it's important because in my opinion, the universe is it's bigger. And when you understand more about and research more about the different kind of minerals, if it's possible living in another planet. It's a you understand better our planet, and I think it's this. We have a big opportunity for understand more about the universe, about our planet.
Yeah, I think these space missions make us to compare the planets with our planet because they're totally different. Our planet is very specific comparing to another's, and is a great opportunity to make comparatives, I think. Diogo, and about you?
Okay, for me, space missions contribute discoveries, helping to better understand the formation of the universe. For me, the missions contribute uh, for, to formation the universe for me.
Yeah, I think with studies we can make making speculations how the other planets are. For example, the planets that is more next to the sun have high temperatures, but without the missions, we can't know the reality because sometimes the speculations is very different to the reality. So I think it's important to discover how the things going. Chris, and about you?
I think the exploration discovery is really interesting about some curious like uh, uh, life out Earth. It's really interesting, and some planets discovery, some things like stars and things bright. It's really interesting. And I think it's really important some search and build the softwares too to help understand more. And that's it.
Yeah, this is very interesting because they made a first space mission. So they discovered, okay, we need to know more about this that we discover. So we will develop technologies and devices to explore that. So one mission takes another, I think, and made improvements to know how to deal, how to discover new things. Very interesting. Ricardo, and about you?
Uh, well, there are a lot of new uh, information discovered in the everyday. The guys uh, provide more and more information, and the I believe is so wonderful. When you think that the first exoplanet was discovered just 30 years ago. So, and the after that, guys released the two big telescopes, James Webb recently, and the other one is not world one because it's very useful until today, but it's there are different perspectives, and the guys discover um, the black hole. Actually, they took a picture from the black hole and the I don't know billion number of the new planets and stars and so it's almost impossible tell how much information the mankind discovered since the the first space exploration scientists and the studies. That's it.
So interesting thing about that you say that the first exoplanet discovered was
Yeah.
30 year,
I believe
just
it's in 90,
year.
95 or 96. I don't remember.
It's so recent, and after that, a lot of other discoveries because I don't know, in the past, people just know about our systems and think this is was the only. But these other systems that was discovered is very important and it's so recent. I think the spatial exploration and discoveries is so big that maybe in 30 years after now, we will not know everything about it yet. So it's very interesting, this subject.
Yeah.
Um, Chris, could you choose any question for us, please?
Okay, just a minute. Mm. Number 7 is really interesting. What are the biggest dangers astronauts face in space? Nowadays, a huge problem, and I think a team about NASA try to return the astronaut to space. It's really interesting and very, very, very brave too. And, I remember this one.
Yeah, thank you for share. Pedrito, and about you, what are the biggest dangers astronauts face in space?
I think the uh, being without gravity, it's one because I saw something like an astronaut inside the 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 spaceship, and he was stuck there uh, not can move to the sides, just turn around. And I think this is one. And the oxygen, for sure, the air to breathe, and other things. I don't know. Without gravity, our body maybe change the way to be alive, and when when they return to Earth, they probably have some problems uh, because of this, because they change of living in the space for a long time, 6 months or more.
Yeah, sometimes it's occurred that the astronauts pass more time than the planet in the out of the Earth, and I think this is very strange because, for example, I remember some guys that became in the space after the Soviet Union ends. So the country that sends them don't exist anymore, and there are other countries that have to come back them again because if they doesn't, they will keep on the space more time than the planet. So I think this is very strange and maybe something that is very weird, I think.
Yeah.
Diogo, and about you?
Okay, for me, the I think the biggest risk is collision with the space debris, collision uh, the other planets. Don't for me, the technology, the monitoring other things in the universe, it's very important for the history. It is mensurável. For me, it is this.
Yeah, this collision, I think, is very big and is a bad accident. And I think I saw one new last year that occurred. Very sad. Um, so, Ricardo, and about you?
Yeah, it's so curious regarding this situation because it's very common that people talk about, oh, the guys invest a lot of, or not invest, like, waste a lot of money on space exploration and the things things around, and the it's just the opposite. For example, on India, uh, billion people survive because of the space exploration. Because, for example, nowadays the improvements regarding uh, f- food and the things around improve a lot because the guys using satellites and the other stuffs discovered the best place to plant and the where it's possible to find the water. So in this case, the increase of the production, well, is the production increase a lot because of that and solve the problem, the hunger problem on Ninja, for example. And the on Ninja, the population, the guys, one of the guys, for example, discovered that you work on this field, the people was, uh, I don't know, the people look at these things like a stars because of that. And the people usually receive information on the schools and the others things. So, and yeah, there are different things that it's so many products and the materials was created because of that. For example, cell phones and video and the other stuff regarding this information. I don't know. It's so many things. It's so hard to say just once. But there are, for example, uh, how do you say, medical images, some instruments, equipments regarding medical images, for example, was discovered or produced because of the space exploration and the, yeah, I don't know. For example, the firemen use some uh, clothes that's protects from the fire and other stuff because of the space exploration. There are so many things it's possible to say just all of them. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't know the India have a big paper on
Oh
space
yeah, yeah.
exploration. Very interesting.
Unfortunately, that's weird. For example, India and China and H's, 88, 98, around of that. Brazil is top of the space exploration, the studies regarding this information. And a long time ago, around the 80s, India and China come to Brazil to try to understand uh, how Brazil improved so much in this field. But unfortunately, India and China improve a lot on this field, and unfortunately, Brazil don't invest more money. And yeah, unfortunately, Brazil is it's so sad, because Brazil is always uh, lose opportunities.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Very interesting,
Yeah.
for sure. So, Katiana, and about you?
For me, I think the isolation it's a problem because when you put the astronauts on the space, I think if the person don't have a strong mental uh, mental ability, it's a big problem because you stay there for a long time, missing the family. I think because the mission are a long term. For me, it's a kind of problem. It's not easier for everyone. We need the training these kind of abilities, and like the other talker said about the health problems, because when the astronauts return to the Earth, return to the planet, the body suffer a lot because we have a problem because the gravity there is totally different when we compare with our planet.
Yeah, there are a lot of astronauts that faint a lot when become to Earth because the gravity is totally different. So they starts to faint. I saw one video. I will search here because it's very interesting. Astronaut just are made in some skirts of something and starts to faint, and a lot of men have to grab her because her was fainting a lot of times. It's very strange, and I think they have to have a strong mentality, like you said, because they will pass months, sometimes more than 1 year, far from their family, from news for Earth. They can become in a totally different society, and it is a different life. The gravity is different. The way that the food that you eat is different. Even the water is different because they have a system that reuse the water. So the water is reused by the sweat and the urine of astronauts. So everything is different. And the space of the local that they are used to buy is very short too. So you can feel very struggling with the space of uh, the local, I think. Daniel, and about you? What is the biggest dangerous astronauts face in space?
So I don't know so much about astronauts and space exploration, but I can imagine it, like Shana said, psychology problems. I can imagine that the astronauts suffer a lot because they are so far from your family, your friends. And it is very, very difficult. And one time, a friend talked to me that the astronaut uh, they they can't walk and to moving within the uh, navy. It's very difficult to make any moving or walk, and when they return to the earth, is very difficult to them can walking like before. For example, they lost uh, weight too. Uh, is a problem. I imagine these two problems is very difficult to them. But psychology problems like a anxiety, ansiedade. Ansiedade, I don't know how to say in English.
Anxiety.
Exit. Thank you,
An-
Ricardo.
Anxiety.
Anxiety, depression too. For us, depression is very difficult to understand it in the earth. Imagine alone or almost alone out of the earth in not known place is very difficult for me. Psychology problems are so harder to them.
Yeah, I think the short space inside the ship is something that uh make the situation worse because the ships are very different, are very short inside them. And I know the NASA astronauts made physical exercises to be prepared to know how to walk inside of the ship, and how to food, how to drink water, because like you said, they lost weight. Is something that they must be physical prepared to deal with that. It's very it was very different and it's very hard to get prepared for that, I think. So I think we have time to one more. Katiana, could you choose any question for us, please?
I think the question number 10, it's a good question for discuss. How do space agencies select astronauts for mission? In my opinion, one big problem it's with like I think Daniel said about the anxiety. We need to be a strong mental ability for stay for a long time on the space. And I think the skills, it's more than the concern is more than only about the body, but only the mental. Is, have a mental strong abilities. I think. Sure, we need to have a good preparation for this kind of mission, but I think if you don't have a strong skills like sorry guys, I'm lost. Habilidades mentais muito fortes. I think it's not possible to stay for a long time on a mission.
Yeah, because there is no point if you have a strong body, strong abilities with your body, but you can't deal with your mental. Because some astronauts pass more than a year sometimes far from the Earth, and this starts to change our emotional. So there's no point to have a strong abilities, physical abilities, if you don't know how to deal with the situations that uh, you will face, I think.
I remember in the past I saw one series uh, about the first astronauts who the NASA chose for the first space mission. The name of the series is in Portuguese is Os Eleitos. I don't remember the name of the series in English, but in Portuguese is Os Eleitos. It's a good, it's a very good series for see because talking about the who the NASA choose the astronauts for the first mission, and it's totally crazy because the test it's totally crazy in that time and. I think it's if you have time, guys, so this series, Os Eleitos.
I will search this series. Thank you for share. Sounds very interesting. Chris, and about you?
I agree with Tatiana said about mental health. It's really important because I like a preparation, like to be a policy. Like you prepare your body for the difficult, and I think the same. But the mental health is really important, and about gravity too, and uh the preparation. It's really interesting. But mental health is really important because I think they are pass a long time alone and talk with some people like one or two or I think maximum three person inside the spaceship. I think so, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if you already saw the Interstellar movie, but there are some scenes that they lost the communication with the Earth people. So imagine how our mentality will be in that moment, like being an astronaut far from the Earth and just lost the communication. So they must have a lot of mental abilities to not be just I don't know how it's retarded, but is freak out in that moment. Very difficult. Danielle, and about you?
For me, I agree with you, Chris and Katja. It's I imagine that the select is very hard because the mission is very hard too. The astronaut needed to have a strong body to to support the mission, have a good mental. This ability is very important to have. I don't remember the name of the movie, but in the last year I watched a movie about it. Not only about space mission, but in the movie have had astronaut and show a little about the preparation to mission, and they face a big difficult training to support, and each step of the training uh, just just pass it to the next step. Only the better, and the training started with more than 200 people and finished just two or three, I don't remember, just two or three people, because the training is very, very, very hard. And I believe that the selection is is hard too, because they needed select only the better astronauts to have success missions.
Yeah, and I was thinking here, even with this training and select of just the best, the human being is very unpredictable because even if you select just the best, can occur something and everyone can freak out. So even with a lot of training, restricted selection, the human is just unpredictable. So I don't know, difficult situation. Ricardo, and about you?
Oh, it's hard to add more information after the people talk about it. Yeah, that's it. Is uh, there are a lot of people wanted to be an astronaut, and so in this case, for example, NASA have a great opportunity has a great opportunity to choose among a lot of people the best. no? The best when to talk regarding physical condition and the mental condition. So is uh, for example, I forgot the name of the Brazilian astronaut. Uh, this guy have problems until today. The people used to say that cause problems on the ear and I watched an interview where one of a person go to the space, the reflex, the impact is for all of your life because there are some things it's not possible to revert. So I'm not sure, but the guy was talking this information. So, for example, the Brazilian astronaut have problems to listen to people until today. So I don't know, but in my opinion, I you wouldn't like to be an astronaut. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't know about these ear problems
Yeah,
they achieve because they pass through a lot of things, but that specific I never heard about it. Very
yeah,
interesting. And the
yeah,
reflection problems too, the gravity, the problems
yeah.
to deal with the gravity different. Like there is an interview that are an astronaut, and he was grabbing a bottle of water and he just give the bottle here and that's it. The bottle falls down because he just forgot about the gravity. So changed all of their lives, like you said.
Yeah, there are the possibility of developing a cancer in your body increase a lot too. Yeah, that there are a lot of problems because and in our planet there is an atmosphere, So and despite on the space they don't have this kind of protection, and there are cosmic rays and the other stuff. The guys was talking about, but I never listened to these things. But the guys, for example, have I'm not sure how do you say bone loose. I don't know perdas ósseas, and the other stuffs. Problems on your eyes. The vision became worse. One of the guy go to the space. Well, and the 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 biggest problem is regarding the mental issues, the mental problems. Because I don't know, for example, one of the guy. look at the space and they don't see, because it's weird now, because when we are on the planet, the perspective is common. The guys, for example, look around and they look at the buildings. And so in this case, for example, you have a point on is hard to say in English. The perspective is always the same. Doesn't matter if you are on a forest or in a city, and you look around and they have positions, but on the space is a new perspective. uh, so in this case, because of the you are in the space and don't have anything to how do you say, se posicionar, né? So in this case, the people used to say that cause a lot of mental problems, and is a surge in your heart, incredible fear. So it's common. The most part of the astronauts tell you the same thing. So I don't know. It's that's the guys was talking on the interview.
Very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Diogo, and about you?
Um, uh, for me, it is mental. It is very important. The select astronaut for missions. The important success of the mission. For example, with very specific tests, the select is astronaut. And for me, the select astronaut for mission have a good vision, because uh, uh, the astronaut, the vision of the thinkings of the space, it's very very important for me, because and the other thing is the space for example, telescope. We use the telescope to like Hubble's Jane Webbing, uh, provide the image that allow uh, scientists they study the universe for, to the existence of the life in the universe. For me, a good vision, it's very important.
Yeah, very important. Thank you, Diogo. So, Pedrito, and about you?
Yeah, I think being good at solving problems in different ways is the most important thing, and how to handle it with all problems we're facing. Like a lot of movies you have, like The Martian. So this he just was forgot at the Mars, and had to handle with it, like uh, create uh, a farm, I think, to 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 have food into the time, and a lot of other things, like you have to being good to adapt to the situations, and keep calm to analyze analyze and discover how to handle it. I think the biggest discover we have to create an artificial gravity to 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 be possible to travel to a long time in a long time into space. This is a big challenge, I think.
These skills are very important. It's a big challenge to live out of the earth for some time. Thank you, Pedrito. Guys, our time is almost ending, and I want to thank you all to being here today. And I'll share here in the chat a survey. As you already know, it's totally anonymous. And if you want to share your opinion about the subject, about me as a host, or if you want to share an idea to Gabi Bonaldi to bring to another immersion, you can feel free. We are always seeing the survey answers. And that's it, guys. Thank you all for coming. The subject was very interesting. Before this immersion, I didn't know so much about the uh, exploration and the life of astronauts, even out of the planet and when they become to here again too. It's very interesting. Thank you all for your sharings, your opinions, and I hope to see you soon, guys. Bye.